Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar, Empower Your Team with AWS Skill Builder. My name is Fiona McEachran, and I am the Marketing Manager at Bespoke Training. I would like to jump straight into it and introduce you to Anna Fang, Bespoke's training consultant and in-house skill builder expert. So I will just hand over to you, Anna.
Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me today. And thank you, Fiona, for the introduction. I'm really excited to talk about AWS Skill Builder and how we can make the most of it for our growth and success. And yes, I mean we, as I am also using the platform to grow my AWS skills and knowledge, as well as gain my cloud practitioner certification so I can get that pesky badge. I assume a few of you are using or are looking to use the platform to grow yours or your team's skills and possibly gain certifications too. So just another quick intro about myself. At Bespoke Training, I am their training consultant, focusing on helping train learners in the public sector, the AWS partners, and the commercial businesses with developing their skills and certifications across Australia and New Zealand. So 2024 AWS Summit was 1 week after my first day starting at Bespoke. So I have just about ticked over 1 year in this role. And I have been in software and solutions scene since 2015 and have picked up certifications and skills across different platforms along the way. So today I will be sharing with you my experience and recommendations with AWS Skill Builder. Drop any questions you might have in the Q&A chat box, and I'll try my best to answer them, though we will set aside some time at the end of the session for questions. So first off, let's take a quick look at what we're going to be covering today. We'll understand the why, the what, and the differences between individual learning and team learning. We'll then show you how you can maximize business impact with a team subscription, the pros, the cons, and the recommendations, and how to put it all together with a bespoke training skill builder learning plan. So stay tuned till the end. So why do we need AWS skills? As cloud technologies continue to help organizations transform their businesses at a rapid pace. Employees are necessary with those with cloud skills as they are in demand. One of the most effective ways your organization can close the skills gap is by educating and leveraging existing staff. So as the world becomes increasingly digitized, the need for people with the right skills to take on cloud computing and other technical roles continue to grow. And the cloud computing industry will continue to be a steady source of new jobs for many years to come. As a result, companies have to keep skilling their employees to remain competitive. Plus, studies show that employees want to work for companies who are investing in their growth and development. So before we move on to the meaty part of the conversation, let's start a poll. Please answer in the poll chat box, 1, 2, 3, or 4, career advancement, preparing certification, keeping up with industry trends, and improving team performance. So I personally would use it for my preparation for certification. I can see a few in keeping up with industry trends, some career advancement, improving team performances. That's great. We'll be definitely covering a few of these in our session to come. Okay. So we at Bespoke understand the specific challenges organizations encounter when implementing cloud training programs. With our extensive expertise in AWS Cloud, we understand what it takes to get started and the skills required for a more in-depth exploration. AWS Skill Builder is an online learning platform that provides its own lab service, enabling organizations to develop creative hands-on experiences with live AWS environments without the risk of incurring additional fees. This sets a solid foundation for effective learning through practical application. And to leverage this advantage and many of its other features, AWS have introduced a team subscription tailored for organizations. This subscription allows managers to allocate skill paths based on roles and solutions, encourage unique learning experiences, and direct practice in live AWS environments. Organizations can effectively manage and measure employee engagement with their training efforts. And with the subscription, learning administrators can assign courses and learning plans to individuals or teams and track their progress. So in the subscription, you can benefit from self-paced labs, game-based learning, real-world scenarios and use cases, expert-led digital training, as well as comprehensive exam preparation. So let's dive into each section with the basics. I will be flipping to and from, showing you exactly what you'll see on Skill Builder within this next session. Okay, so with a team subscription, organizations can build their cloud skills at scale. You can expand the reach of AWS education throughout your teams in a scalable, predictable, and cost-effective way through the digital learning resources. So let's quickly jump into what that looks like on Skill Builder. Okay. So you can develop your skills with your teams with over 600 self-paced courses. What we're seeing here is the dashboard for an individual learner. And let's just quickly jump into the course catalogs. So you can pretty much select training for more than 30 technical domains, the likes of, take for example, data analytics, maybe machine learning, if that is part of your journey. And then you can also do this at the right skill level. So if you can see here, we can go through fundamental. We can also look at intermediate, and normally we can also look at advanced. Let's switch back here. So with learning plans, you can choose from over 50 learning plans, a collection of courses, exams, labs, and these are selected quite carefully by AWS and designed to take the guesswork out of training. So let's quickly go back into this view. If I unselect these, let's go into learning plans. And through here, you can see a bunch of these learning plans. Let's uncheck fundamentals and intermediate. Machine learning plan, security learning plan, basically everything under the sun that requires to help you get started, set up. Another way to get ramped up is also by looking at the AWS ramp up guides. This is quite helpful for a lot of managers and administrators who are looking to allocate courses to their teams. You can view this by roles, so decision makers, developers, etc. Domains, machine learning's in here, containers, data analytics, serverless security, as well as industry, with the likes of financial services, healthcare, manufacturing, telecommunications. AWS Builder Labs is an immersive learning experience, allowing you to experiment and build within an AWS Management Console environment, again, without the risk of unforeseen costs. Enabling your teams to develop practical skills with over 200 guided self-paced labs that include interactive exercises with step-by-step instructions. So learners can utilize the AWS labs to practice building common cloud scenarios. Hands-on practical experience with the AWS console will engage your teams and keep them learning continuously. Let's flip back into what we can see here, go to my dashboard, and we will be looking at where you can find your labs. So this is a great drop down to help find things. We can go to AWS Builder Labs. This pretty much pulls up the course directory with the type, self-paced lab. And again, there's 200 in here to go through. You can look at labs that are an hour 30, 2 hours in definitely English, unless you prefer it in a different language. And yeah, pretty much all your labs are here. Let's move forward. So the AWS Digital Classroom equips your teams with a depth of AWS expert-led classroom training and the flexibility of digital learning by bringing the expansive content of expert AWS instructor-led training to an accessible self-paced format. So you can accelerate understanding and skill retention of focus topic areas with immediate access to expert-led videos, hands-on labs, demonstrations, knowledge checks, and course assessments. You can gain access to an entire catalog of digital classroom courses spanning multiple focus areas with the AWS Skill Builder Team subscription. Let's move forward. Okay, so thinking about certifications, Skill Builder provides targeted resources that help you prep for AWS certification exams. So if you're looking at obtaining that associate level badge, boost your career, or become that valuable AWS expert on that important project coming up, you can prepare to validate your skills here. You can take enhanced exam prep courses, 6 to 8 hours of practice materials, videos, hands-on labs, prac questions, and access to the official practice exam that mirror the style and rigor of scoring on the exam. There are also additional game-based exam prep, which is available on the AWS Escape Room, which is the exam prep for AWS Cloud Practitioner, an immersive virtual escape room to ease into the preparing for the exam. Let's go back here, and down in this drop-down, we can look at preparing for exams. As I will be preparing for Cloud Practitioner, this is where I will be. As you can see, there is a lot of resources to help me prepare for the exam. So I have the prep plan here, exam prep official question set, and the courses as well, Cloud Practitioner Essentials, Cloud Quest, getting started, basically everything I need to do to help me get that certification and that pesky badge. So now let's talk about admin tools. With Skill Builder Team subscription, you can drive the cloud skills critical to your organization. An administrative dashboard and tools provide visibility into skills progress across your teams. So drive and track training adoption across your workforce to ensure development of the relevant skills they need to achieve desired business growth and outcomes. So through the dashboard, you can, let's go into here, my admin dashboard. You will be able to manage users, manage courses, view reports and analytics, start in AWS Jam event. You can also manage subscriptions and receive administrative support all within the platform. So coming back to this, AWS Jams events are a great way to encourage innovation and give teams hands-on experience through gamified challenges. So want to click into reports and can show you what you can see as an administrator. This is great. This is amazing. Just when you think technology is on your side and you've done many rehearsals, it doesn't. 1 second. Let me just, okay, here we go. So this is what you see in the reports view. You can cover crucial metrics such as course enrollment, progress, time spent learning, rates giving you and completion rates, which gives you a bird's eye view of your team's learning journeys. So here you can see the number of users in your branch, the number of users that are logged on, who have logged on, those who have enrolled in training, users who have started training, along with things like popular training within your organization. So Cloud Quest is topping that leader rank. How many trainings have started? Also, activity by training category like digital course, labs, or exam prep, and game-based learning. And here are some, just a view of the activities over time in a monthly view. Okay. So one large part of AWS Skill Builder is the gamification of learning. And I'll quickly breeze through a bunch of these game learning options. There's quite a few, as they have released quite a bunch. So AWS Cloud Quest is an RPG or an AWS role-based game where players complete learning exercises that visually transform a city landscape while applying AWS technology concepts. It is designed for learners new to the cloud, deepening their expertise, or transitioning from traditional IT roles to cloud-based roles. By leveraging interactive 3D virtual environments and simulations, Cloud Quest presents real-world scenarios and offers hands-on practice in an AWS console environment. Learners receive guidance to apply their knowledge and develop problem-solving cloud skills. So the game-based elements encourage continued engagement and training. I can personally advocate for this learning method. I went down a Cloud Quest rabbit hole the other evening, and I didn't feel overwhelmed with the information like I normally would have. I didn't need my consistent breaks, or was I easily distracted. I was enjoying the bursts of information mixed with gameplay, as it felt like I was learning through storytelling. Gamification works on certain learners, with me being one of them. One second. So for more game-based learning experience, we also have AWS Industry Quest. So Industry Quest helps learners explore AWS use cases most common to your industry to help learners and organizations build industry solutions in AWS Cloud. So teams can learn to transform a virtual company into an industry leader, building advanced solutions in a free live AWS environment. So teams can unlock office upgrades, earn rewards, and share accomplishments on social media with the selfie cam. Teams will then be able to apply their new skills to real world work, basically. So customers have found this game-based approach quite engaging, and they've really enjoyed getting the experience building on their own inside the game. So are your teams ready to expand their cloud knowledge and explore AWS services within solution design? Learners can choose a role to explore the building blocks of AWS cloud architecture in an engaging way, learning how AWS services interface with a solution. The 3D strategic turn-based card game has you facing off with an AI, and you don't need any AWS prior knowledge to get started. AWS SimiLearn is an end-to-end training that pairs AWS generative AI-powered simulations and hands-on training. So are your teams ready to expand their cloud skills and stakeholder confidence? Learners can choose from over 200 solution topics and use cases organized into learning plans for various roles, including cloud practitioner, solutions architect, serverless architect, a developer, networks, data analytics, security, machine learning, generative AI specialists, and it goes on. Additionally, it features catalogs of solutions for 4 industries: financial services, healthcare, automotive, and manufacturing. So all assignments within the learning plans are also available individually as standalone courses in a separate catalog catering to anyone seeking to acquire hands-on experience while developing their soft skills. AWS Jam events. Offer your team a new way to develop expertise and work together, collaborating to solve open-ended challenges and fostering shared learning, creativity, and trust. Teams vie to win the top spot on a leaderboard. Who doesn't want to be number one? Teams that can nab that spot by completing tasks for a variety of use cases in the AWS console. With Jam Journeys, this allows solo learners with open-ended real-world challenges and experiences to verify their cloud skills mastery in an engaging way. Jam Journeys is a great way to enjoy this learning experience without the pressure of competition. While we're on the topic of easy learning, are your employees looking for a stress-free way to get ready for the exam? They can prepare to become an AWS certified cloud practitioner in a 3D virtual escape room. They can complete a series of exam-style questions that include the answer rationales, build solutions in hands-on lab, and solve the interactive puzzles. After the escape, learners can act on identified knowledge gaps in the exam topics that they need to fill, so they can gain their confidence going into exam day. I love a good escape room. I can't wait to play this one. I definitely would love a more interactive way to prepare for the exam I'm going to, especially with Cloud Practitioner. So now to the real questions. Why AWS Skill Builder Team subscription? So there are a lot of reasons to subscribe. Skill Builder offers organizations and learners a way to accelerate their cloud transformation. So promote cloud adoption and deployment with anywhere, anytime, access to one-of-a-kind digital training built by AWS experts. When top-performing businesses invest in comprehensive training, they saw a 21.7% more on-time cloud completion project rates. So the Skill Builder also allows for team engagement. Engage your teams their way. You can give your teams a unique way to engage in training, especially with AWS Cloud Quest. With Skill Builder, you can promote shared learning and encourage hands-on experiences with AWS Labs. Another reason to subscribe is that it boosts performance and productivity. So help your teams achieve their goals by developing expertise in key roles and areas. In fact, 90% of IT leaders at organizations have seen AWS certified staff saying that, AWS certified staff increases productivity. They know what they're doing. It's a no-brainer. So this is a look at what Skill Builder subscriptions offer. We have over 600 digital courses and learning plans. Let me pull out my pen and show you guys. So for individuals, free Skill Builder offers all the flexibility you need to learn at your own pace. So access to those on-demand courses and learning plans. It's really dependent on your career goals. It's perfect for those tailoring your development if you're just starting out. You get access to all these with standard exam prep courses, official question sets for exams, Cloud Quest, as well as badges, Cloud Clash, and a demo version of the escape room. On the team side, a team subscription provides everything and more, basically. So you have the ability to manage your team through team-based training plans for those who wish to progress their AWS skills further. Plus, there are fun AWS Jam events that allow teams to tackle challenges together. If we break it down further, this is what the Skill Builder subscription offers look like at different tiers. For an individual subscription, we can break it down into a monthly versus an annual subscription, which allows you to get everything as plus everything all the way up to AWS Digital Classrooms. This is, again, only available on the annual subscription, but if you're getting an annual subscription, you might as well invest in the team subscription, as it pretty much balances out the same anyway. So for the team subscription, as I just mentioned, you get the Jam events, you get the administrator dashboard, comprehensive reporting, and extra security features. You can basically get the value of all this from this, with this. So let's weigh the pros and the cons of Skill Builder. On the plus side, self-paced digital learning offers incredible flexibility. You can learn at your own pace, revisit materials as needed. This is a great way for to get your learning for busy professionals like myself. But with the good, there always comes the bad. So not everyone can benefit from self-paced learning. Feelings of overwhelm, procrastination, and lack of engagement are just some things to consider when it comes to Skill Builder or any learning platform like Udemy or Cloud Guru for that matter. So with the cons, you got your limitations, but you also have the flexible learning. With the pros, gamified learning, community engagement, team management features, and with that comes, again, the cons as well. So why not have the best of both worlds with blended learning? Give your teams the ability to utilize the advantages of both learning styles, still have that expert-led training with the ability to have their questions answered in real time, learn while being guided through labs, and have them feel that sense of accomplishment at the end of a class. Then let them go and do their homework, digest the information, and practice on their own, having already answered the same knowledge questions and completed the same challenges and labs with an expert. This validates their knowledge and nurtures their confidence in the skills retained. So 96% of professionals say that a mix of training formats improves learning outcomes. With that, blended learning allows you to have in-person instructor-led, virtual instructor-led, self-paced digital, as well as game-based. Please reach out to us if you are keen to learn a little bit more about our blended learning offer. So here are just what some customers are saying about Skill Builder. Meena Gupta from Citrix says, AWS Cloud Quest is very popular with our team. This is a fun interactive learning tool that allows our engineers to practice AWS skills, gain confidence, and experiment in the AWS cloud environment. Whereas in Dorothy Garth from Zalora Group has also said, this greater exposure to new services and domains helps teams drive experimentation and innovation in their projects. Some great words and really lovely feedback from our Skill Builder customers. All right, so what can we learn from those who have successfully used AWS Skill Builder? So here are some best practices for success. First, encourage continuous learning. Make it part of your team culture. Do you have allocated time to training? Do you have weekly or monthly challenges, leaderboards, Genius Days, or monthly learning labs? At a previous company of mine, they encouraged learning and allowed for leave for Genius Days or Passion Days, where you can set aside time to learn something that is not specific to your role, but something that could help the business in the long run, basically. So second, we can align your training with initiatives with the business goals. This ensures that direct impact on your work and is driven by the organization. So add it into your vision, mission, or your values. Make sure that it's a mantra that is constantly brought up within team meetings, and training will just come naturally if it's done that way. And finally, leverage team-based training for knowledge sharing. Have you considered game days, hackathons, coding camps, boot camps, or even hosting your own AWS Jam event? So now we put together a checklist for managers so that you can get started with AWS Skill Builder Team subscription. This QR code takes you to our blog, Drive Cloud Success with an AWS Skill Builder Strategy, where you can download the checklist. So feel free to scan that. I'll give you guys a few seconds. This is what the checklist looks like, and I'm sure Fiona will also pop the website in the chat. But so I'll give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, before I actually click on it myself and show you guys what we're looking at here. So this is a link to the blog. It is a step-by-step guide to building your plan through team subscription. It will pretty much help you along the way, alongside your training consultants like myself, in the process of getting your skill builder licenses up and running. So you can scroll all the way to the bottom and click download right here. So are you ready to take the next step? If you're keen on learning about blended learning skill, or more about the team subscription, consult with myself or any of our training consultants, and we'll provide you with a training roadmap to help achieve your learning goals. So, but if you also like up-to-date pricing or guidance with your learning plans, again, email me. Or you can respond to any of Fiona's marketing emails, and she can point you in the right direction. So we have some time, a lot of time for some questions. I will try my best to answer a few of them. And anyone have any questions? I'm just gonna quickly open up the view so I can see what you guys have been talking about while I was presenting. Okay, so any other, I can see corporate team. I can see how corporate team subscriptions make sense, but how well does this handle my learning journey as me personal account and me corporate? HR says you need to do this, but I already did it myself. Oh, yes. So with a team subscription, you can have your current learning journey added to the team subscription. And if you've already done it and they can see it on their view as an administrator, then pretty much box checked. So hope that answers your questions. Great. Any other questions for me? Otherwise, I'll give you guys a few seconds while I have a sip of water. Is Skill Builder really enough to achieve certifications? That is a good question. It is a great first step if you are looking to gain your certifications on your own. So doing your self-paced learning, doing your homework, doing hands-on labs and practice sessions with exams. But it really is just a complementary tool to the good old instructor-led training, led by an actual expert ready to answer your questions in real time. Well, I'm assuming we've all grown up in the traditional classroom setting with students surrounding us, with a teacher engaging us with the content. And with that setting, again, you go back to do your homework and learn to be able to pass the exam at the end of the course. So it's great. It's a great tool, but I think it's pretty much a complementary tool to additions of instructor-led training. And you can explore that more with blended learning. How much time should be dedicated to skill builder learning each week or each month? Like, to be honest, it's really how you want to learn as a student. I myself, back when I was at uni, I had to have several spinning plates on at the same time. I'd be studying for several things at the same time, which I found myself to be quite like productive, because if I just focus on one thing, I pretty much lose interest. But if I have management accounting or like contracts law to understand all things going at the same time, I was dedicating like 3 hours a night every night to my studies. But again, that's just me. With Skill Builder, you can easily jump on for 30 minutes a night or even a week, depending on how engaged you feel. And yeah, there is no right answer, but with CloudQuest, I definitely spent a good amount of maybe 2.5 hours, and I can see myself going into that experience a little bit more and jumping on and logging on and building up that city while learning about the cloud practitioner knowledge skills for that exam. Any other questions? Yes, Fiona. So actually, there's another question. Which is more effective for teams, CloudQuest or Jam Journey? So Jam Journeys, actually, this is kind of a trick question, because for teams, basically, you would be using Jam events. Let's go into the view of AWS Jams and CloudQuest. I can't really show you because I don't feel that my internet is strong enough to show you the whole CloudQuest experience. But if we go to AWS Jams, which is more suited for team training, you can go and pretty much start an event. You can join or any events as well. So here you can join a Jam event, view public Jam events. You can build challenges as well. But let's go and view public Jam events and discover. And this is so many different scenarios here. So you can pop onto a security jam, which is Guardians of Cloud AWS Security Essentials Suite. You can go into data analytics, unraveling data overload, automating insights with machine learning. And these span from two plus participants with 6 hours, 2+ participants with 2 hours. Again, because this is team, it is definitely, you have to have a minimum of 2 so that you can have that back and forth collaboration. So yeah, this is what jams would look like. Let me just pop into one of this. Normally you would come in here, this Voyages in Virtual Skies, Demystifying the Cloud's Many Realms suite. So you will basically, the number of participants is anyone from 2 to 100. You will cover developer, DevOps, solutions architect, databases, networking, content, and security and storage. Pretty much just need a laptop and a desktop to get started with it, as long as you have a stable internet connection. And here it says the recommended team size is 3. Let's take another quick look of something else. again, Guardians of the Cloud, AWS Security Essentials, Part 1A. As you notice that there are a few of these jams in parts, so you might be left on a cliffhanger maybe. And again, recommended team sizes here, 2 hours, and you can plan this event yourself as well. So another question, what is a good cadence doing jam journeys? It depends on how busy your teams are, or if you've already baked it into your team culture, the learning, you can do it monthly or you can do it quarterly. It really depends on your team's workload and their willingness to quickly jump on and get that team experience started. Any other questions? If you would like to see anything on the administrative dashboard, just let me know. So there is a short survey at the end of the session. Please feel free to answer that. That really does help us on our side to bring you more engaging and sessions like this. And yeah, if you have any questions, also pop that in. Otherwise, I hope you gained a little bit of insight into AWS Skill Builder today. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.